I recently unlocked the Platinum Trophy in Ice Age SCRATS Nutty Adventure on PS4 because this was one of the free games given away with the PlayStation Plus Premium and Extra tiers. Seeing as I'm a fan of platformer games, I figured I'd dip my toe into this and see what it's like, and well, unfortunately I ran into a few problems.
What a great camera!
As well as the slow and sluggish camera, the game itself was also really glitchy as I was constantly falling out of bounds into the abyss. The jumping is also broken as Scrat doesn't always jump when you press the button, leading to a lot of deaths and rage, which made me just want to quit playing this game. But as a trophy hunter will know, as soon as you get trophies on a game, even if it's shite, you still got to try and platinum it. Because I'd rather have it complete than incomplete, so I forced myself to get through the game despite many bullshit moments.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And I figured that'd make a pretty cool episode for today's show. So here is all the bullshit I had to deal with when platinuming Ice Age SCRATS Nutty Adventure on PS4.
That one bullshit PlayStation trophy.
So I'm going to start off the bullshit with the very first trophy that I unlocked in the game, and it was for collecting one of these purple shards that are littered throughout the game. Imagine Sonic's rings or Mario's coins, there's just a shitload of them in the game, and by the end of the game I had over 10,000, so getting this trophy for picking up one seemed pretty pointless and bullshit, to be honest. Next up, we have a trophy that is also kind of similar, and it's for smashing just 10 crates. There's also a trophy for smashing 500 of them, which did take a lot of looking around and slowed me down somewhat to try and find them. There's another bullshit trophy called Electrifying for carrying these purple acorn keys, a total of 100 meters, and for me this trophy was just really dumb, and it sort of just popped up really early on without me really knowing about it or going for it, because I was just doing it naturally in order to progress through the levels, because you needed to carry these keys to the door switches in order to open the door once you placed them in the slots. And to me, this trophy just seemed really pointless because you repeat these door puzzles constantly throughout the game. It just reuses this gimmick over and over and over again. And by the end of it, you'll just be sick of these things whenever you see a door, because you know you've got to go and find a couple of these. So really, 100 meters, carrying one of these for 100 meters to get this trophy is absolutely nothing, and it's just pointless because you'll carry them much more than 100 meters throughout the game, so you just get this one again without really trying, which defeats the point for me of trophies. So as well as the crappy platforming and jumping that I've touched upon, combat is also really half-arsed and just pathetically basic. I mean, look at this here. Look how I'm defeating these enemies. I'm just pressing X and then circle to slam down into the ground, and an area of effect damage creeps out of me and attacks all the enemies, and that's pretty much the main attack I did throughout the whole game. And considering combat is so shit, it makes the fact that there are combat related trophies really bullshit, like this one here, which unlocks for killing all the enemies in a single level. Now, I was just happening to go through a level and just killing everything I seen because it was the very first level of the game, so I did get this one without actually knowing about it. But yeah, it does result in a rather tedious slog through a level because you're having to look around for all of the books and then just slowly kill them to get this Scratty Royale trophy. You also have a kick move, but I didn't really use it on enemies. I just used it to smash the crates, because you just press square to do these little kick combos. And there's a trophy for kicking a flying bat enemy. And yeah, these just aren't very effective, and they're just awkward to use on the enemies, so you're better off just using that move on the crates. There's another move that Scrat has to take out enemies, and it's by throwing acorns, but this mechanic is just absolutely broken, because the aiming is just absolutely terrible, and it won't always lock on even if you've got the reticle thing over the enemy, and it's just absolutely awkward. And when there's a trophy for throwing an acorn at 3 different enemies within a couple of seconds for the rapid fire trophy, it just makes the whole process really fucking awkward and frustrating because of how broken that mechanic is. You also get a trophy for throwing an acorn at these flying enemies, which you're about to see, but I feel this trophy is bullshit, because throwing a single acorn at these enemies doesn't actually kill them, so you're effectively just getting a trophy for just damaging an enemy but not killing it, because these all take 2 acorns to be defeated. So I kind of feel like they fucked up there, and it should have been 2 hits. So the bosses in the game are also really bullshit. None of them are particularly fun or challenging, and for some reason they always happen on the penultimate level of each area, which I didn't really get, because usually you'll get the boss on the final level of a zone or world. Yet this game does it on the level before, which just was always just weird to me, and that pterodactyl boss just looks absolutely shit. So there's also stealth gameplay in Ice Age. Yep, you heard me right. There's stealth. You can press, I think it's the L1 button, and hold it down to do a sneak move, so you're just creeping around. And what do you know, there's actually a trophy for sneaking past one wolf, and you'll do this the very first time you encounter the enemy. You literally just sneak around the right hand side of this room to avoid the sleeping wolf, and then the trophy pops as you get to the exit of that room. And funnily enough, it's a fucking silver trophy just for doing that. What a joke. There's also another trophy for alerting another similar enemy type, but their AI is just so dumb, you'd have to deliberately run up to them to make them spot you and hear you, because otherwise it's just so simple to get past them. So I had to go out of my way to fail at this area in order to get the trophy, and as soon as they have alerted, the trophy pops, so it doesn't even matter if you don't escape and they catch you, you just instantly get another silver trophy. It's just pathetic in my opinion. Also, to make it even worse, there's a trophy for sliding on ice for the first time called On Thin Ice. Well done, you slid on ice in a game called Ice Age. Who would have thought it? Now, a better trophy for this would have been to actually survive sliding without the game actually glitching out and killing you like you can see it do here. It just flings me off to the side and kills me, and it did that multiple times in the game whenever I got to a sliding section. Now here, there was just something that I thought was weird. The music here is just epic, yet what you actually see is just dull. It's not exciting, it's just this another area, yet the game makes out like this is like some spectacular event. By the end of this scene, I was just standing there, sitting on my sofa, just laughing and going, what the fuck was that? So another problem I have with this game and the trophies is that there are bullshit collectibles in this game that force a second playthrough, because you need to have all of SCRAT's abilities to get them all, so you have to go back to levels later on. And also some of them are in bullshit places, like this one right here on top of this rock. And the only way to get it is to jump down into the lava to try and use that slingshot ring from the bottom at a different angle to try and force yourself to fly up towards that thing and then jump. But you have to land in the lava so that you don't jump and waste your jump before you're at the top of the peak of the slingshot launch. And yeah, there's loads of them like this that are just really weird, like ones where you jump on a statue. And then there's this one here where I was exploring thinking that maybe there would be one behind this waterfall because the rocks are leading up to it, so I figured I could just jump through it. But then when I did, I found that I just went through a rock wall and out of bounds. Though I have to say, the biggest bullshit trophy was the trophy for beating the game, the gold trophy you unlock, because the end of the game is just so anticlimactic and it's just so half-assed. Like they just gave up and went, yeah, this one will do, we'll just end the level here. Because you get to this point here, look, and you drop down and you get this little cutscene and you see this sleeping dinosaur, but you never get to fight it, nothing happens, it's just a cutscene and the game ends. For me, that's bullshit.
Alright, here we go. Let's go! Shit.